Now I'm dancing with my imaginary friends. In my head, they say what I need to hear, whispering lies that make my problems disappear. Then I get paranoid. Oh no, I let them in again. Should I play along? Why yes, let's play a game of pretend. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Time to let my crazy show. They feed on fears, they twist my thoughts. Act like kings, but they're just bots. Truth is, they just fucking bore me. Now it's my turn, I'll flip the game. Step inside, let's play insane. Let's get this psycho circus started. You're at my party, dearly departed. I can make this fun, do you wanna run? I'm pulling out the big one, just for fun. Pop the champagne and run, bitch, run! Strange days are back again. Still dancing with my imaginary friends. In my head they say what I need to hear on repeat till the silence disappears. 1, 2, 3, now you know. This is how I let my crazy show. They prey on doubt, my insecurities. Play pretend like they've got authority. But truth is, they just fucking bore me.
Morning, team.
Yeah,
Morning, team.
who am I speaking with?
Guy should see us.
Oh, Guy, this is Crystal. Why are you answering my father's business?
Excuse me?
This is Crystal, Marty's daughter. I called the number that is listed on his business, SGD Building Contractors, Inc., and it comes directly to you. Why are you answering his phone number?
Because he had a business set up with me, Donnie Ryland, and him to go down when the hurricanes happened. Unfortunately, I didn't want to be in business with your dad because I was many times and it never worked out. So why he got my number attached to that still is because he just never follows through with anything.
Okay, well, I would like my dad's stocks, and I'm going to the U.S. Marshals today. Have a good day. Bye.
His what?
Should have just let that play. SGD Builders Construction, what they're supposed to be doing is selling construction accessories. But as you see, the building he is in that he's answering from is actually a bar. And then he's calling it morning tea when he answers the phone. You can't make this shit up. It's a bar. He owns a bar. He owns many, many businesses in my area. He owns condominiums in Florida. He owns properties in Florida. He owns all kinds of companies all over my city. This man, he was my father's best friend. My father's been dead since April or July of 2022. These businesses are active. They're being renewed yearly. My parents are dead. They are being renewed every year under my parents' death. They're shell companies. They operate like they're selling construction accessories. They're not. There's one in California that's named after Pittsburgh. It's a U.S. steel company. But it's not. They're supposed to be selling old stoves and washers and dryers. Funny, that's right in Pittsburgh, that's right exactly what's behind and next to some of Guy's businesses. Little scratch and dent places. Not fucking shitting you. I've reached out to every police agency I can, and nobody wants to hear me. When I say I believe my family is responsible for Summer going missing, I truly believe that. My parents are dead. But you see, my brother was in prison for shooting somebody. My father bought property on the border of Mexico. I believe that this has cartel ties. I'm putting myself in risk coming out here and saying that. My father worked with the cartel in the 1980s. He continued to live in Florida for almost 40 years. Then he moved to Arizona and he bought land on the Mexican border with shell companies that are still running. My father was murdered. He ultimately died of a heart attack, but you see, he had companies in Mexico. He had an ice cream business. Do you know what they do with ice cream businesses in Mexico? They traffic people. They're next to each other, one next to the other, next to the other, next to the other. There's underground tunnels built to transfer the people from one to the other. My father told me 4 days before he died that he was beat up by another ice cream company owner because they were jealous of my father's business in Mexico, and that he didn't feel good and his heart hurt and he thought he was dying. That was the last time I spoke to my father. Yes, refrigerator business. Helen. Yes, near Medina. You're right. Did you look it up? Oh, no. I thought you were talking about, I read that wrong. No. The refrigerator business is in not Mexico, California. It's stoves, refrigerators, things like that. I do believe my parents were funding a pedophile ring. 100%. I believe my parents were doing that. I do believe that my sister, my father's best friend, and my sister's father, if Guy has connections to Florida, he has connections to where Ziggy was. Do you understand? Huge connections. His condominium building is actually right next to Ziggy's father's condominium building. It's crazy. You couldn't imagine that, could you? However, y'all could do all the fucking research because I'm done. My research is done. I've done everything I can. I can lead a horse to water. I can't make them drink. I have called the TBI, the FBI, my local law enforcement, Tennessee's local law enforcement, any fucking agency you can think of to call, I've called. Nobody responds because I feel this is too big for them to touch, which is why we're never going to get answers for Summer or anybody else that's missing. They don't want to. The government's funding it under cage codes. 5 companies worth billions. Right now, me is my father's heir. I am worth billions of dollars I can't touch. Honest to God fucking truth. I don't know what more to do. So, I posted last night and I'm getting some rather awful feedback on it. Let me remind you, I have never put a Cash App up. I barely monetized my videos. I've probably made less than $2,000 on YouTube in 3.5 years. That's hardly a living wage. I am far from a grifter. However, I want answers for Summer. So I'm going to do whatever it takes To do that, I want to go to, let me find the website. Hold on, guys. I was told in my comment section it's not a reputable PI. If you look into him, this guy has a very good national and international. He has a very good standing. Very well reputable. Okay? I spoke to him on the phone last night. Now let me read my community post. I am now working with a private investigator to look into everything going on in my case with Summer Wells, including my hackers, which got really serious over the last couple days, but we're not going to talk about that. And my father, that's why I'm doing this. My father's companies and money laundering. I can't explain everything until I get this looked into because of the danger it poses, but here I am explaining it. Check Your Mate Private Investigations is who I am hiring at 724-285-6206. If you want to help, I have two options. You can reach out to this phone number and this guy, and you can send some money to it, or you can send it to my Cash App, and I'll pay him. I'm begging you guys for help. He wants $5,000 to start. I just don't have it. If you're willing to help, you can Cash App me at Crystal Sims 2. Please help me find Summer and bust the corruption that has been going on. I thought I had $1,000 saved from taxes, but my husband's playing games and withholding money from me and not even attempting to help me in any way. So that may not be, because he's refusing to give me my tax money. So yeah, we're at that point, but I'm trying. I also started where I'm going to start promoting music on my channel. $40 for 15-minute slots. That money will also go into the efforts of finding me or paying this criminal investigator, this private eye, to find answers for Summer and for what's going on, because I need somebody who has ties to the government to help me look into this. Nobody's willing to do so. I need another pair of eyes on it. If people want to say I'm grifting, I apologize. I've literally made nothing off of Summer, and I do believe that my parents were running a pedophile ring or funding one. That is the honest to God truth. I explained it the other day. If you go on to my mother and my sister, look up Kelsey and look up Kathy Stanley. Their names are spelled different. Look from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You'll see their profiles that they made where the money laundering is occurring. I can't show you because I've been banned from Facebook. They have attempted to silence me in any way they can because I fucked up coming out here. They didn't want me to know what was going on. I had no clue what my parents were doing until recently. And I want this shit brought down. Yes, I believe my parents are responsible for the disappearance of Summer Wells and probably thousands of other women and children in America. You want me to come out and say it? I will. TBI won't listen to me. You have to ask why. They won't even really take the report and call me back. Why? So I'm going to make a fuss. I want to hire this private investigator. My hackers last night were trying to stop me from calling this guy. That tells me something. I am begging you. Help me. Help me get answers for Summer. Let's hire our own private investigator. Help me get answers for what's going on with this money laundering in these companies. That's how we can help Summer. Because nobody else will listen and other people played games in this. We have to go to other entities where the TBI and law enforcement can't ignore it when other people have their eyes on it. I'm not grifting. Every cent is going to go into helping find this baby. I want people to understand that. So yes, if you're willing to help, look, I just created my Cash App yesterday because my husband took my Cash App card and everything. He's being like a real douche. But Crystal Sims 2 with the cash sign is the Cash App. This is going to be, maybe they didn't even know. Moonshine Girl, I don't know. They concealed my father's death from me. They didn't tell me until almost 4 months after his death. And then they gave me a number to this lady in Arizona. And when I called Arizona, they refused to release my father's information to me, telling me I had to have both of my sisters with me and sign, because that's the way my father had it set up. But they didn't show me no proof that's what my father had set up. They have refused to talk to me on several occasions. I can't get through to anybody. I can't get any business records from my father's companies. I can't get any help with anybody talking to me. I don't even know any details about them because I was unaware of them until I started catching Ziggy laundering my father's fucking money. And AB showing the stocks running through my father's companies, which shows me AB and Ziggy were working together. Do you understand? AB had the stocks up. Go to Scott's. Go to Scott's community post and look at all the stock market shit he got up. Why are they running stock market shit during Summerwell's case? You have to question yourself. Right? What does the stock market have anything to do with Summer being missing? Why are they sharing that info? Scott tagging CSI in it. I don't know if there was a will. I'm unable to get it. The state of Arizona will not work with me at all. I have tried. I've called where my father gets his mail at this gas station where he lived. He lived and the gas station was right behind his land. He received mail there for the whole time he'd been there. These people won't even send me his mail. They won't even speak to me really about it. And I've had enough. Any funding that's going into human trafficking coming from my family, I want it fucking stopped. Is that understood? So I need help with this. This is the first time in all these years I've come out here, shared a Cash App, and asked for help. I implore you, please. Help me bring these fuckers down and let's get true answers for Summer, or if not Summer, other people that have been human trafficked through these means. Help me bring these motherfuckers down. I'm begging you. We need a second pair of eyes that has contacts with the government that can't be ignored. I'm not grifting. I'm demanding answers at this point. My life has been turned upside down, topsy-turvy. Actually, it's quite shit. Can't even afford toilet paper right now. But I won't take that money and use that for toilet paper. Every fucking cent of it is going to go to this PI. That Cash App is specifically set up for that until this is paid for. I just want you all to know that. All right. Short live. Share my information. Share my video about my father's companies. Let's get this shit spread like wildfire. I need help. There's nobody on this earth that has been willing to help me so far. So I'm going to come to YouTube and beg. I'm putting my life at risk. I'm telling you there's cartel activity here. Do you understand that? This is why I didn't want to talk about it. However, I am. I'm going to. And I can also connect the people for you. I can tell you exactly who connects to who from Florida, who lives up here in Pittsburgh from Florida, who connects to the cartel, whose family in those cartels have fucking children being molested. I know more than anybody can ever think I know, and I can't bring it all here. It's dangerous as fuck. Okay? Believe me or don't, you can call this PI. That'll tell you that I'm serious. That'll also tell you that I believe it enough to hire a PI. And that'll also tell you that somebody with experience and expertise is going to look into this and them real answers are going to come. And this guy gave me a discount. He wanted 10,000. He offered to do it for 5. That's really all I have to say. I'm going to check my chat and then I'm going to jump off and I'll be back later with content. Yeah, something smells. If it was a will filed, aren't there any public records? No, a moonshine girl, I don't know. I'm unable to access anything. I live in Pennsylvania. My father died in Arizona. I would have to physically go there, and I can't afford to do that, nor would I want to. I cannot get down there. I have called everywhere I could, and the people in the government of Arizona are refusing to speak to me. They're refusing to give me my father's remains. They're refusing to give me any belongings he had, any bank info, and that's because I believe this person, Marie, I think is the name she said she was. I can't look at my Facebook. I'm blocked. Marie, but this person he gave me to reach out to is refusing to speak to me, and she works in the government in Yuma, Arizona. That's where my father passed away. He had property in Mexico. He had property in California on Arizona-Mexican border, and he died in Yuma in the hospital because it was the closest hospital. So his death records are in Yuma. His name's Martin Stanley. He was born June 5th, 1968. My mother, Kathy Stanley. January 26th, 58 for my dad, 61 for my mother. Kathy Louise Martin Chad. You're welcome to do your own research. I actually ask you to do it because nobody will help me. And this is honest to God's truth. Like, it's the truth. The people that were stalking me on my Facebook were connected to my mother. They were her neighbors, her caretakers. The people stalking me with Tragedy Pimps Exposed with her were my mother's neighbors and my mother's caretakers. I believe both of my parents were murdered because I came on YouTube. I believe my mother's medicine was withheld from her, or she was giving medicine she shouldn't have been taking. And I believe my father getting beat up was because I came to YouTube. They both died in a 2-year period. Their companies are still running. There's an issue with that. You have to re-register cage codes every year. It's law. That means that these companies are being governmentally funded. The government is permitting them. Is that understood? Do your research. Yes, I believe my parents had something to do with the case of missing Summer Wells. I'm saying it. You all wanted to know, I'm telling you. I don't know how to make it any more fucking clear. Start calling the TBI. Every fucking day, turn this in. They're not doing nothing about it. Why? It's bothering me. So now I'm going to come out here and I'm going to tell you how the TBI is doing shit about this, and now I believe they are corrupt. That's my opinion. They won't even call me back or ask me for my parents' information. This is 100% true. If you have any type of credit card, Crystal, you can call for any record. Bella, you call them. Each state has their own rules. Just like in Tennessee, I can't go pick up a phone call. You physically have to be there. I'll tell you what, you call them, okay? You call them, pretend you're me, tell them you're Crystal Stanley, that's my maiden name, and you see if you can get any further than I did. I implore you to. No, Moonshine, I'm not just figuring it out, but what I'm going to tell you is once I take their funding away, it stops. Do you understand that? Once I get someone to help me fight for this and the funding goes into my name and it gets cleaned and I get the clean money and they get to keep the dirty money, I stop all of their funding for 5 companies worth billions and billions of dollars. Stock markets that are being funded through this. My husband is at his mother's house. Is that any of your business? Are people not allowed to break up? Let me explain that because everybody keeps trying. You are insane. Won't you here? I'll tell you what. Come up here. Show me how insane I am. Grab a link. Please show your face so we could see who you are. Or you can call me insane and you can sit over there and be a bitch. A pussy ass cunt. Good idea. I will, Moonshine Girl. I did also go into many, like there's this, I was watching this, I went into Duty Ron, I went into Web Sleuths, I went into Hidden True Crime, which I hope will help me because she's an ex-news reporter. She's very connected. I hope she'll look at this for me. I left some comments for them. I don't know that they will, but I also went to, let me find it. Some YouTube, you know what, I don't have it pulled up now. I went to some YouTube channels that cover corruption in shell companies, and I left comments in their section, and I'm hoping that I can get some help with this, and I will continue to do this all day today. That's my plans today, to make an impact where other people hear this and they'll help me look into these companies. All they got to do is look into these companies, and so much will be unraveled. That's the honest to God's truth. Just bring down these companies and everything stops and the answers come. That's what I want. I did take a link from Six. I can't with you. She blocked me so that I couldn't grab it. See, that's what these creators do. They block you and then they ask you to take the link. And when you take the link doesn't work because you're blocked. And then they get on here and lie and say, oh, you were scared to take a link. That's actually not the truth. I've never been scared to take a link. You've seen me go on many fucking panels, including prayer gardens just the other day. So you could go over there and ask Six Up why she blocks me and then asks me to take a link. I can't take one if I'm blocked. But nice try, because I can't with you. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. Please share this. Please look into it. Please help. Again, Crystal Sims 2, $, Cash App. Every single cent, and I will send receipts. I will post every time I send this PI money, I will post it on my wall, just so that you see that I'm sending what you're sending me and I'm not grifting or using the money for my own family. Although if I wanted to put the Cash App out and do that, I could, because every other fucking creator has done it, right? I am the only bad guy. Just because I'm me, I'm not allowed to do that because I have gone against the masses. And it'll continue to stay that way. The rest of y'all can all get fucked. You keep on your channels grifting and doing what you're doing with shit that doesn't even help Summer and causes confusion. I'm going to grift, but this grifting is going to go directly to this private investigator. I'm going full throttle. Do you understand that? I'm done with the games. The money belongs to me, honey. The money in these companies are mine. They belong to my parents, Kathy and Martin Stanley. I'm not asking for money for me. I'm asking for money for a private investigator to investigate Summer and all the corruption in her case. Is there a problem with that? You don't want that? Why wouldn't you want people looking into that, watching you? Or I can't with you? Why do you not want people looking into what happened to Summer? Can I ask you that? I threw a link, didn't I? Here, let me do it again. Do you want to come up here and tell me how this would harm Summer's case or why it's a problem? These are people involved that don't want this looked into. Have you ever seen these names in chat before? Have you ever seen Watching You or I Can't with You in chat before? They're probably the ones manipulating my thumbnails and sending me threats and trying to destroy my life. And now they're in my chat, and that will go to the PIs too. So thank you. Very, very much. Right. That's exactly what it sounds like, doesn't it? I'm not taking the money. All the money's going directly to Summer Wells, directly to an investigation in her case. Do you understand that? Is that really grifting? When you're hiring somebody to look into where Summer may be, or what's funding for Summer and others like her? Is that really grifting? Or is getting on there talking about Andy's penis and putting your Cash App up? Is that grifting? I have to question your ethics, whoever you are. You're welcome to grab a link at any moment. Come up here and talk to me like a human. Disagree with me like a human and come up here and tell us why it's a bad idea. I'd love for you to. I didn't think so. In my opinion, these two names are involved. Go research them. See if you can find out where the fuck they're from. Okay. I'm going to go. Peace and love. I don't know what my content's going to be later. I have to catch up on what happened yesterday because I've had a lot of fuck shit going on in my own life thanks to people manipulating shit in my life. And it's just weird that me and my husband broke up. Okay, it's weird. Bella, let me explain something to you. 14, 15 years ago, my husband cheated on me. I'm just going to tell you all the story since you think it's weird, okay? Because people aren't allowed to fucking break up. 14, 15 years ago, my husband cheated on me. He come home and pretty much told me somebody was pregnant by him. He said, what do skinny girls do if they have a hump? Do all skinny girls have a hump? He fucking asked me that. Then I found all this cheating shit in his fucking email. He was on fucking datelines with hundreds of fucking girls, writing them daily, and he can't be honest with me 15 years later. As a result of him doing that, I wanted to keep him, and I was stupid. So I got pregnant. I had a baby who died 26 minutes after birth. My husband will not allow me to grieve my baby because he will still to this day not be honest about it. This has nothing to do with YouTube. Like, I don't understand why any of that is any of your business. The man hasn't taken me on a date in over 12 years. He doesn't buy me flowers. He doesn't allow me to cry on his shoulder. If I'm upset about my son dying, if I'm having a moment where I'm grieving, he has to cry louder and still the scene. He's a narcissist. He's mentally abusive to me daily. Do you understand that? It's none of your business why me and my husband broke up, but it really don't have shit to do with Summer Wells. And I really would prefer that people quit fucking asking me about it. Please refer to this live going forward and quit coming over here and asking me about my personal life because I don't see you out here telling me yours. Thank you, Bella. How do you know it's not right? Go prove me wrong. What channel do you have? Do you have anything that can prove my research wrong? I told you can grab a link. You have the option to share. There's a present button that you can push and you can prove my research wrong. Are you ready? Here, third time. What's wrong is you coming in here accusing my shit of being wrong without no proof when I have all the proof that my research is not wrong. So you come on, grab a link, hit the present button, and show me where it's wrong. I implore you. I'm begging you. I want others to research it. Come show me why my research is wrong. Yeah, because I'm allowed to talk about my life. I'm allowed to come out here and talk about me and my husband breaking up. I'm allowed to express myself. This is my channel. Everything I do on it, I pay for. You don't. I don't grift. I don't even barely make any money off of my channel. So why can't I talk about what I want to? on my channel, Isabella. I'm allowed to come out here and talk about whatever the fuck I want. Do you understand that? It's my YouTube channel. I run it. I pay for it. Yeah, you have to prove me wrong. That's what we do on YouTube. This must be a local. Watching you is one of my locals. It's probably Dana Santucci, Tiffany Hayes, or what's the other one's name? Stacy, the one who's fucking my brother-in-law and trafficking drugs from Pittsburgh to Iowa. Yeah. So much fun. Hey, how you doing? I'm not mad. What am I mad about? You asked me about my husband, and I told you about the emotional abuse that I suffer from him, why I kicked him out of my home. He hides my shoes. Right now, I don't even have a pair of shoes. He had one shoe to each set of my shoes. He hides my clothes. There's a lot of emotional abuse here. And you know what? I talk about that stuff on my channel. And if it helps me vent and heal, I'm going to talk about it. And it's none of your fucking business if you don't want to hear it. Right. How do you know if Ellie agrees with me? Have you spoken to them? These are locals to me, guys. I just named them. They're locals to me. You got to ask yourself, why are the locals, my locals, coming to my channel and trying to stop this? Right? I'm not even on Facebook right now. They banned me for 180 days because I did send threats. Oh, I fucking did. Didn't I, Dana? Didn't I, Tiffany? Didn't I, Stacy? Hi, guys. You're going to prison. I promise you. The three of you are going to prison. And anybody else who was connected in the murder of my mother, and anybody else who was connected in stealing her pills, and anybody else who was connected in helping her launder money and drugs, and killing my friends, and kidnapping my friends. The shit's done. Do you understand that? I'm loud. I'm out front. I'm on YouTube, and eventually somebody's going to hear this. On that note, peace and love. I'll be back later with real content. Please consider helping me pay this PI to get answers. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Oh, go have some coffee. I haven't even had coffee yet. Bye.